Happy Thursday, Chargers. I'm Austin Benchley.
And I'm Alex Lauterbach.
Tune in to a delicious segment on Good Times Pizza.
Take a look at how food traditions vary from country to country.
And buckle up for a PSA on seatbelt passenger safety.
Bolt Media starts now.
Congratulations to Mrs. Silva for winning the Teacher of the Year award.
Dow is truly blessed to have so many good candidates for the award, but only one could take the prize.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Today, the Dow Dollar Donuts will be back in stock. Make sure you grab yours.
Donut missed out on this wholesome opportunity.
Now, let's take a look at a local restaurant, Good Times Pizza.
During my junior year of high school, every Friday at school, me and my friends all would take a trip for lunch to a local pizza place in our town, Good Times Pizza. There was no particular reason why we chose Good Times. It's just about 7 to 8 minutes away from our school, and it was a better option than Little Caesars. All 6 of us would pile into my 4-door Jeep, one person having to squish between my baseball bag and school supplies in the trunk. The driver would control the aux and made sure everyone was enjoying the music. We would stop by the 7-Eleven next door to Good Times and get Slurpees to go alongside our pizza. After about a few weeks of our trips to Good Times, the workers began to remember us by name and had our weekly order memorized: 1 large pizza with 2 orders of the classic breadsticks. We would pass out breadsticks and slices of pizza to everyone in the car on the way back to the school, listening to music, sharing stories, and making each other laugh. Some of these stories and memories we shared were some of my favorite moments of my whole high school career. Over the course of my junior year, I was able to go closer with this group of friends by bonding every week over these pizzas from Good Times. As I grew a closer relationship with these people, we all became a group of good friends who would often hang out and spend time together outside of school and not just on Good Times Fridays. All but one of those friends from that group graduated that year, and when the following school year came, it was just me and the one person left to continue the tradition into our senior year. We decided to create new memories, this time with a different group of friends. Although the school year has not had the same memories as last year's Good Times Fridays, we still have created fun memories that I will always remember.
I could really go for a pizza. It'd be a good time.
Going for a slice definitely would be nice.
That rhymed.
Hey, I'm a man of many talents. Midland Public Schools Superintendent Michael Sharrow is retiring at the end of the year this year, after years of serving the school board.
Sharrow and I may not have always seen eye to eye. He may still have me blocked on Twitter, but I wish him the best.
Congratulations to Amy Lee, Shubham Nagarkar, Grant Wang, and Andy Yao for winning the 3rd place prize in the A.H. Nicholas competition, where they explore cost-efficient and non-invasive glucose monitoring options and won a $5,000 grant for the school.
Speaking of helping the environment, on April 22nd, there will be an Earth Day Expo from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. where you can learn more about different ways to be more eco-friendly, and it's free to attend.
We really put the green in green and gold, don't you think?
And man, I've been thinking, it's kind of crazy to think that pizza comes from France.
It's from Italy. But speaking of food from different countries, why don't we ask Shoto Onani what it's like to have a family meal in the country of Georgia?
So in a lot of different countries, from what I've heard, the concept of breakfast, lunch, and dinner is a bit different in the terms of spacing out the times. So would you say that the concept of breakfast, lunch, and dinner is at all different in Georgia than it is here in the States?
Yes, actually it is. Well, the times I would say are more or less similar, but one of the things my body and I had to adjust to once I came here was the difference between lunch and dinner. So the way I see it in the US, lunch is kind of a smaller meal you have throughout the day to keep you going, and dinner is the largest meal of the day. In Europe, and specifically in Georgia, it's not like that. Dinner is the smaller meal, and lunch is where you have your biggest meal of the day. So I had to adjust to that and adjust my routine accordingly.
So when you think of Georgia, are there any like particular foods or dishes that immediately pop into mind?
Yeah, so Georgia has a very rich and historic cuisine. Some of the dishes that are internationally known, I would say, are khinkali, which are the original meat dumplings. Then there is khachapuri, which is, imagine a cheese pizza with another layer of dough on top. I know it doesn't sound very enticing, but there's also a myriad of other dishes that I can't even begin to describe. It would take me hours. But yeah, I really miss the food back home, and it is really something that you have to experience in Georgia if you want to get the authentic experience.
So how do holidays usually go in Georgia? Like obviously, like you don't celebrate Thanksgiving because that's an American thing. You don't celebrate 4th of July because that's an American thing. Are there any special holidays in Georgia that you would have like a large gathering over for?
Right, so obviously there are many different holidays. Most of them are Orthodox Christian because there's a subtle difference in religions there between the two countries. There's obviously the Georgian Independence Day, 26th of May. There's also other religious holidays such as Sveti Tskholoba. The national saint of Georgia is Saint George, so we celebrate him on the 12th of June, I believe. And yeah, overall the main differences are stem from the different religions present in the two countries.
Well, looks like I'm on the next flight to Georgia.
I had a lot of fun recording that interview with you, Shota. Maybe we could grab some khachapuri sometime? I'd be down to try it.
Anyone interested in being a part of the announcement team for next year, go to the main office.
I've been thinking about how safe driving needs to be taken seriously.
I couldn't agree more, Alex. Let's take a look at how you can be not only a safer driver, but also a safer passenger.
How about them Bears, eh?
Nothing compared to the Lions.
God, shut up, dude. Shut up.
Hey, buckle up.
Why? Why would I?
Fine, have it your way, weirdo.
When unbuckled, you are 40% more likely to be another one of the fatalities added to the over 14,000 unbuckled passengers and drivers that die each year. So next time you think about not buckling up, think about the ones who care about you.
Hey, Jack, buckle up.
You know what, man? You're right.
Seatbelts save lives, so make sure to buckle up every time. And speaking of seats, let's pass it over to Bolt Media's very own Barstool, Austin Benchley, with your sports news.
Spring sports are now in full swing. Yesterday, the girls' varsity soccer teams played Western at home, winning 6-0. Jennifer Schaefer and Mallory Brandt both had 2 goals, with Melanie Kolnitis and Belle Beeman each also putting in a goal. JV also beat Western last night, 7-0. Both teams take on Freeland tomorrow away, with varsity playing at 7 and JV at 5. Boys varsity lacrosse played on Tuesday versus Western, winning with a score of 13-3. Kyle Ryder led the Chargers with 6 goals and 4 assists, with Connor Janesco and Will Cooper also helping with 3 and 2 goals respectively. Tonight, varsity boys lacrosse will have another game away versus Heritage at 7. Boys JV lacrosse also faces off against Heritage away tonight at 5:30. Girls varsity lacrosse played on Tuesday versus Heritage, winning 8-4, and will play Davison away tonight at 7. Boys varsity baseball also played yesterday versus Mount Pleasant in 2 hard-fought battles, losing 1-3 and 2-5. Varsity and JV baseball will play again today at home versus Davison. Girls softball also played yesterday versus Mount Pleasant, losing 1-4 and 2-13. Tonight they will be taking on Davison home at 4. Girls varsity and JV tennis takes on Midland High tonight, away at 4 p.m. And boys varsity golf takes on Traverse City Central, away tomorrow at 11 a.m. Now let's pass it over to everyone's favorite weatherman, Nick Bond, who will tell us about the forecast.
single tree produces enough air to supply for how many people in its lifetime? A, 4, B, 6, C, 7, or D, 10? The correct answer is A, 4. Welcome back to another weather segment. Today is cloudy with the high of 74 and a low of 47. As we move into Friday, it is again cloudy with the high of 64 and a low of 43. As we move into the weekend, we have a 70% chance of rain on Saturday, with the high being 50 and the low being 32. And to round out the weekend, Sunday is again cloudy with a high of 47 and a low of 23. Thanks for tuning in to the Bolt Media Newsroom. I'm meteorologist Nick Bond, and stay safe out there, seniors.
Boy, I sure am glad testing is over. That was really stressful.
Me too, man. You know what theme's been stuck in my head? The Bolt Media theme song.
Oh, dude, want a beatbox?
Anytime, man.
All right. Stay classy now, High.